What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, July 27th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest is on with me today as she was a student athlete volleyball player at Belmont University, which is located in Nashville, Tennessee. She's now a college graduate. Congratulations. And her name is Brooke Gilleland. And we're
Yes.
going to talk to her about her why of getting into sports and continuing to play volleyball, but we're also going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, I introduce you the wonderful, the talented, and the beautiful Brooke. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. I see we got a friend here. I love that.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
This is Mako.
Oh,
He's
Mako.
he's crazy, but he's gonna bark if I don't keep him inside. So
I totally understand. I love dogs. No question about that. I love it. Love to have them a part of the show. So, and we're gonna have a good time because I have a great list of questions here. And my first question, as it always is with everybody that comes on this podcast, is what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into sports?
so I got into sports as a whole when I was 4. I actually started with softball, and it became a really massive part of my life. And I kind of from there created like this whole mindset that sports was kind of everything because I started so young.
Hmm.
So I played softball competitively when I was about 8, and that went into high school, middle school. I finished in middle school because when 6th grade came around, my mom was like, "We're gonna play a new sport," and I was like, "No, I don't want to play a new sport." She's like, "We're gonna play a new sport. We're gonna try volleyball." And since I already had sports ingrained in my brain, it clicked really quickly for me, and I think I'd kind of been burnt out of softball anyways. So that's kind of how I got started. But my entire life from like 4 on has always been team sports, competitive, like trying to win as many medals as I can. I'm very high energy, so I need something to do
Oh,
constantly.
okay.
I
Okay.
was going from school to travel to school to travel to school to travel, and any breaks I was like, can we go do something? Like it was making me crazy. So my why, ever since I was little, I have really just kind of like built a, I've kind of built a community around my team sports, and it has been something that I've put my entire life into, and it's something that I have grown to really cherish, which is why I continue playing to this very day. And I wish more than anything that I could have done my 5th year at school, but the rule doesn't apply for my grad year. And I think
Mm.
it's just like the most wonderful decision that I've ever made. I've created so many relationships. It has taught me to prioritize. It has taught me to communicate. Like it's taught me to work alongside people you do and don't like being around. You're not gonna like everybody.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah. So my why, I think it would be that. It's just like it's kind of the foundation of my entire life, and I have really grown to prioritize it.
I love it. I love that. And great start to this conversation, Brooke. No question about that. And love the fact that you played other sports growing up too in softball. Um, Talk to me about your hometown. I'm gonna butcher the name again, but it's I think it's Murfreesboro. If I say it,
Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
There you go.
Murfreesboro.
Yeah, Murfreesboro. Yeah, I've
Talk
been
to
here
about your
since I was
hometown.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started in Smyrna, which is like right next to me.
yeah.
Um, and when I was 8, we moved into this house, and it's kind of like I love it. My team, when we've come like to play MTSU and stuff, is like Murfreesboro, the borough. They all like trash on it, but they actually secretly love it. Um,
Right,
so
right.
it's kind of like I love it. We're not like by the ocean or anything like that, but we've got lakes and stuff that way. We can kind of like we can go do water stuff. It's kind of in a place where we have everything you can imagine. Every restaurant, we have all the restaurants that are like if there's a restaurant that's in like Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, and California, like Murfreesboro has the one in Tennessee. So people hate on it, But we have all kinds of stuff here. I absolutely love it. It's growing really, really quickly. Murfreesboro really is like this is where people live to work in Nashville. It's about 40 minutes south.
Yep.
And it's growing quick, but I love it so much. Uh, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I love Tennessee too. They call Nashville Nash Vegas. I've been there plenty of times. Tootsie's is one of my favorite spots. If anybody knows or watches this and knows Nashville, Tootsie's is a nice rooftop kind of bar that's right across the street from Bridgestone Arena. They have bars on both sides of the Bridgestone Arena street, and musicians walk around like it ain't nobody's business. They just walk around so freely down there with guitars and everything. So I love live music, love bars, love Broadway, everything. So yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of love for Tennessee for sure. Not just Nashville, but Knoxville as well. Knoxville I love too. No question about that. Speaking of that though, I want to talk to you about your college choice of going to Belmont University. Were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to Belmont? And if so, what were those schools, or did you have Belmont as your number one always?
So Belmont was definitely my number one pretty quickly after learning about it because it is kind of that mid-major. Like when you start getting, I'm undersized as a hitter, I really am.
Mm,
I was talking to like 30 plus schools at one point. I was talking to a lot, but Belmont was kind of always like number one. And they offered me pretty quick. So as I had a couple other offers, but as soon as they offered me, I was like, yes, immediately. And the reason why is one, I'm a homebody. Like I just talked about Murfreesboro, I just absolutely love it. I'm very family oriented. Me and my family have a very close relationship, and I
for
didn't want
sure.
to move far away from that. Um, I also was really nervous to kind of like go somewhere that I wasn't familiar with. It's just not something that I'm good at. I'm very extroverted, but only with people that I'm forced to meet, you know? Like I'm
Yeah.
not great at going out and like becoming buddies with everybody in my classes and stuff. So I was afraid that I would like know absolutely nothing and then I wouldn't be able to come home and I'm a homebody and so I really liked Belmont for that reason because it's 40 minutes
Mm,
away, so it's close
yeah.
enough that I can like live on my own and do my own thing, but in the times when I'm like really needing home, I can do it. Um, and I utilized that a lot my freshman year and even my senior year, but we'll get into that later. The other thing, my dad works in Nashville. So he's a police officer downtown, and Belmont
Okay.
is right outside of downtown. And it was really convenient to have him there because he would like do my laundry freshman year. I'd like send him home with my laundry bag, and he would drop it off in my car. I had like a personal laundry service. Um, but also, it's like Nashville is so. Oh, hi, Baba. Nashville is fun. It's big, and I will say, the traffic. Oh,
Oh,
it
well,
was
it's crazy. Yeah, for
it's
sure. For sure.
bad. Yeah, it's bad. But its location and the school in general, I really liked the coaches. The recruiting process was was really was really seamless for me. Um, my recruiting coordinator in my club was like amazing at Alliance. She was really good. And she told them like if you don't offer her, you're gonna lose her. So they offered me. But the campus is beautiful. I talked to the
Right.
girls, I talked to the coaches about kind of like how to balance the school and the work in general because I was never like a studier in high school and I know Belmont is somewhat prestigious in some people's minds. It's not really. Um, but people say that. So I kind of went into it thinking,
Right.
oh gosh, like this is going to be a really hard school. Um,
Right.
but I really liked the girls. I really liked the coaches. And I was like, you know what? This is really just solidifying my decision that I want to be close to home in a big city, far enough away to live on my own. Campus is great. Seems like the relationships are good here. And yeah, so that's why Belmont was my number one. But I definitely had a couple other options. I don't think I would have. I mean, if Belmont didn't offer me, I don't know what I would have done. Maybe like a neighboring state. I'm not sure. Since I wanted Belmont so bad, I didn't really heavily consider other universities. I had one in like Harrogate, Tennessee, which is like 4 hours away. But they were like a D2. I wanted to go D1. That was a big thing for me. I was like, I think I've put in enough work to deserve that title. Um, and Belmont's D1, so that was another big thing. And so yeah, that's I think why I chose it.
No, that's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. I love asking that question to everybody because everybody has like different answers to why they chose the school they chose. I mean, some are financial, some are just because they don't want to leave from home. And
Right.
mind you, I'm very familiar with Belmont because they used to be in our conference. Kennesaw State is where I went, so we played Belmont quite a bit on the volleyball side and the basketball side for sure. Because I believe Belmont used to be in the ASUN conference.
Maybe, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Then you guys switched over because you guys just kept beating our tails in so good. You guys kept beating us really good. So you guys switched over a conference, and then we eventually switched over to another conference.
Mhm.
But anytime that you think about Nashville, Lipscomb comes to mind. With the university, Vanderbilt comes to mind. Belmont, people don't really talk about Belmont a
I
whole lot. Like
know.
when you say like I'm going to school in Nashville, Belmont is not a school that comes up. Why do you
Mhm.
think that is?
I don't know. I think it may be because it's like a lot of people, it's a pretty artistic school.
Hmm.
They're known for their arts, like their music and stuff, and they are known for basketball. And that's really it. It's kind of a
Yes,
small
they are.
university that's kind of outside of it. I think it's the smaller of the Nashville schools for that reason. Even
Hmm.
Trevecca, I feel like Trevecca kind of is a I feel like it's on the same recognizable level as Belmont, even though they're a division under us.
Right.
But I wish more people knew about Belmont. It really is an amazing place. I
It
think
is.
I'm not artistic at all, and so when a lot of people are like Belmont Music School, I didn't touch music when I was there. I mean, I'm an exercise science major. I didn't touch music or a guitar ever.
Right.
But Belmont is amazing. They've got all the same options as the other schools nearby. They're just prettier. I mean, really, it's just a more gorgeous campus than everywhere else around. But they still have your Chick-fil-A and your Starbucks and your relationships, and it is expensive.
Right.
I am very grateful for the scholarship for that exact reason because it is very expensive. But I don't know. I think maybe it's the size or like since it's known just for like its musical side of things, people are
Mhm.
and your more science-y type of places aren't going there. A lot of people do business over there. I'm not sure why, but I mean, they've got everything that you could ever imagine and more. And the dorms are probably nicer than Vanderbilt and Trevecca and Lipscomb all. So,
I definitely know about the dorms. No question about that in Belmont, for
yeah,
sure. I've
yeah,
been there a couple times, and it is a very nice place. Obviously, like I said, I got a lot of love for Nashville, so you're right. Belmont, I would recommend people to go there as well over some of those other schools as well, especially price wise, because Vanderbilt can get up there pretty pricey. No question about it, with them being a private institution,
yeah,
for sure. And I know Belmont is too, but I think they're lesser in price for sure.
yeah, for sure.
You said something interesting because you said that you were kind of small. Now you're damn near 6 feet. You're close to being 6 feet tall.
Close.
And that's yeah, close to being 6 feet. That means if I'm just going off here, doing a little bit of background research, but I'm just going off here. Anybody who's 6 feet, you're either a blocker or a hitter, one
Yeah.
of those two, and you're playing volleyball because of the size. So that means you're probably getting a lot of kills at the net. I think if I read a stat right, you had over 333 kills this past year. You led your team
I did.
in this
Yeah.
past season. Yeah. Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, why would you say that you small? Like how tall do you need to be a hitter?
You'd be surprised. I mean, some of the girls that I play against are 6'3" and up. It's
Ooh,
you've got some
wow.
big girls out there. Yeah, for your like really big SEC places, you're looking at 6'1" or more most often, like your big schools. 6 foot is not
Yeah.
like they have me at 5'11". I'm not 5'11". I'm 5'10" generously. 5'10" with shoes at my max height. So I
Right.
rely on my jumping and my vision. But
Right.
yeah, I'm a very aggressive hitter, which is why I score so much. I am not afraid to
Okay.
swing. Scores 23, 24. I am. I got a lot better as the years went on, being able to see the block and stuff like that. But yeah, I am considered for my position exactly to be undersized for like Division One. For the D1 level, I'm undersized. For like D2, D3, I'm probably sitting at average. But yeah, for your like big
Okay.
schools, you're looking at
Yeah.
6'1", normal, like lower on the team. You'll even find some 6 foot liberos over there. I mean, you've got some big girls.
Wow. Yes, and,
Mhm.
and for those of you that will watch this that don't know volleyball, liberos is the different color jerseys. Those are the person that gets most of the digs
The
that
misses.
are on the ground. Yes, so I definitely want to educate people on that. And mind you, I'm it makes me feel like super short because I'm only 6 feet. I'm like
Well,
Jesus.
you'd be a good hitter.
All right, I'll be a pretty good hitter about volleyball, right? For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Awesome, I love that. I'm gonna ask you some favorite questions. You just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
I really like steak.
Okay, all right, girl. That's what I like. I like that too. Now, how do you like your steak?
Medium.
Okay, so that's my listen. We could be besties now. I'm with you on that. If you would have said well done, this interview would have been
Uh-uh.
over.
I got out of I got out of well done when I was like 11.
I got you. Say less. I'm with you on that. Okay, favorite concert that you ever
Ooh.
attended?
I'm not a big concert girl. I went to ooh, I'm not a big concert person. I haven't, I've only been to a couple, and I didn't like it. I'm mad.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to Taylor
Okay.
Swift when I was young. Didn't like that one. I mean, when I was little, I think I enjoyed it, but I'm not a Swiftie. I recently went to one, and I can't remember their name, so that should tell you all you need to know.
That does tell me all I need to know.
Yeah,
Wow, bro.
went to the NF
Okay.
concert with my mom. It was fine. I don't know.
Ah, NF. Okay, got you. Yes,
Yeah, my
I
mom
like
likes
him.
it. Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm a huge well, I do love certain concerts. Lil Wayne was the most recent one that I actually went to. Rick Ross, I actually covered that one.
Mm.
He didn't do much at his though. But other than that, it was okay. It was cool. I do like hip hop, I like R&B. Weekend concert was really good
I
that I
want to go
liked.
so bad to the weekend. I
Yeah.
want to go see the weekend, and I want to go see Don Toliver. Those are my two.
Oh, girl, you okay? You my speed now. Okay, you rocking it. I like that. All right, look,
That's
you got a
right.
little bit of flavor. Okay, I
Yeah.
like that. Favorite, not concert, but favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Mm. So, huh. I really it depends. Like favorite overall, because
Yeah, yeah,
I've
like
gone.
overall place. Yeah.
Uh, I want to say Poland, but I didn't like it that much. Um, because I would say honestly, my favorite place that I went was my El Paso, Texas trip, but it was for the trip, not the location, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's why
Okay.
I'm like, because like if you're saying like we're gonna go to this place and we're gonna go on vacation, I'm going to Florida, I'm going to the Caribbean islands. Oh, that's Coco Cay, Caribbean Islands cruise.
Okay.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that was a good spot. That
Yeah.
was a good spot, no doubt. I would definitely say, uh, I would never say Jamaica when I went to Jamaica. That was a pretty cool spot, for sure. That was a family cruise trip of ours. So, when I went there, had a lot of fun. I'm a huge, like, I love water and beaches, and I like jerk chicken, the food there, the scenery. I just love that vibe. So that's just me
We went to Jamaica.
personally.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So I love that. You know what I mean? Okay. We are sports people, bro.
I
So
know.
I'm going to ask you a two-part sports question. Okay. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Ooh, okay. So I may ruffle some feathers on this one. I don't like watching sports.
Wow.
Wow, I
You
know. If I had to pick a favorite, it's volleyball. And I'll tell you why. I don't
okay?
like watching sports because I like to play. I don't like to watch. If I'm watching sports, my thing is I want to be on the court being watched. I get jealous of the people on the court because I know what it feels like and I know the excitement and I hate to sit back and be like, yeah, they're having the time of their life right now. I I don't I prefer a movie, an action movie or something because watching sports I'm like if it's volleyball I'm ripping my hair out because I'm seeing something that someone's not doing, but I enjoy watching it because I understand it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay. I can feel that. I can understand that.
I know, isn't it weird? I'm a massive sports person, but only if I'm playing.
Okay. Okay. So no football, no basketball for you, none of that.
Football is fun sometimes if I have one person that I like. Like I liked watching Scatabo until he got hurt, um, because I thought he was funny. I'm not a big basketball person, but football in like the big games when like there's a rivalry, I can handle that. And I really enjoy men's volleyball. So those are probably sometimes football and men's volleyball are like the two that I can accept. Anything outside of that, I'm like, meh.
I'm gonna have to work on you, Brooke. I'm gonna have to work on you. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I'm definitely gonna have to go to work on you for sure. Especially when it comes to basketball. I probably can convert you just a little bit, but just give me some time. I'll give me some
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Favorite place you ever ate at? I'm a huge foodie. Last of the favorite place you ever ate out at.
Taco Mama.
Say what?
Taco Mama.
Who is? I just
It's
want
a,
to make sure I
it's a
heard that
place
right.
in Nashville.
Wow, Taco Mama. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that. Talk to me.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, they serve tacos, but what?
Yes.
Where is it at in
So
Nashville?
it's in Nashville. It's by Vanderbilt, and I'm thinking
Oh,
of it
okay.
because I crave it all the time. Like all these expensive restaurants are really good in the moment, but I don't ever remember the name. Taco Mama is one I just can't forget. They have like these big, perfect burritos, and
Yeah.
I'm not even a big Mexican food person, but their burritos just hit so different. Like they make me crave them sometimes. And so even though
Okay.
it's like super basic, I think of it all the time.
All right. You definitely gonna have to give me the 411 GPS on where that is, because next time I do come to Nashville, Taco Mama, I'm hitting up because I
Taco Mama
am.
Fat Boy Burrito.
Okay. Ooh, Taco Mama Fat Boy Burrito. Well, let me know. Next time I'm in town, I'll let you know. We'll hit up Taco Mama. No
Perfect.
doubt. No doubt. I
Perfect.
love that. Okay. Let's talk about your day-to-day process as now. I know you graduated, but let's talk about it as a student athlete, right?
Mhm.
Because when you're a student athlete, you obviously are going to school full time, so you have 12 credits or more. You're practicing, you got workouts, conditioning, you have the season, you're traveling to away games. You're just dealing with all of that. Now, as a journalist, no 2 days are ever the same, whether you're working in a network, a publication, or whether you're a freelancer like myself, you're always just making calls and pitching things. Talk to
Right.
me about your day-to-day process of how you managed all those things. What would you do? How would you get sleep? When would you eat? And you seem like a very personable person. I certainly
Yeah.
wouldn't mind chilling with you and hanging out with you. And think your friends and teammates feel the same way. So talk
Mhm.
to me about that.
So, freshman year was rough. Freshman year was not representative of my college career. I didn't get along with my team. I was very much kind of an outcast because I'm the type of person that needs one person and that's it. Um,
Mm,
I was miserable freshman year. The girls were mean for the most part. The upperclassmen were mean. I felt like I was in trouble all the time for no reason, and I thought that I was gonna hate it. So
right.
all I could really do was, and well, actually, I couldn't even really focus on classes because freshman year classes aren't hard. You've got like your philosophy class and your BS classes that you have to
Your
take.
seminar class, all that. Yep.
Yeah, it's
For
like
sure.
it
For
kind
sure.
of was just like I was sitting in. I have to go to practice and I'm ready for practice, but I don't want to talk to person A, B, and C because they were really rude to me last week and they told the coach on me for doing something and they
Right.
didn't like me. It was just freshman year was I'm going to practice, I'm coming home, packing a bag, and then I go home for the weekend. And that was really like consistent. I was going home every weekend, and it kind of backfired because I wasn't able to make a bunch of relationships with my friends. So, because
Right.
I was home all the time. So even the girls that I wanted to be friends with, I just was kind of like, nope, I'm gonna go to the house because I don't like my team right now. Um,
Mm,
so freshman year was
okay.
like not representative of a college career, but that's something that I think a lot of people are going to experience. And
Right.
I want to preface that that is not how it's going to be for all 4 years. Freshman year, your first year, your hardest year does not represent your college experience. And I say that because sophomore, junior, senior were significantly better for me. I'm going to focus mostly on junior and senior because that was like when I think college volleyball, I think those 2 years because I had built relationships. I was
Right.
I had a relationship with my coach at that point. I was ballsy enough to come up and be like, "Hey, I don't like this decision. I need you to tell me why you did it." Freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't going to touch it. I'm writing down in my notes because it's in my head, but I'm not talking to my coach about anything. So junior, senior year, I'm taking my harder classes. It's a much more competitive type of thing because I'm a six rotation outside at this point. So my day-to-day life in that time period was you wake up early, you've got a class, and you're rushing through all your classes during the day, and then you're going to practice that evening, and
Right.
it's like you're done late or whatever. I want to say we did. I want to say we were doing evening class or evening practices in the fall, I believe. I could be wrong though. No, yeah, no, they're definitely in the afternoon because the science classes were in the morning. So you wake up early, You take the classes that you have scheduled around to actually get into.
Right.
And then, like, 3 o'clock, you're rushing to practice. No time in between to really do anything. Sometimes I'm skipping meals because my day is consumed with all of the classes that I need to get in before I go to practice. So there's times where I
Wow.
would have to, like, grab something quick and go to practice, and then I'm lightheaded because I didn't have time to eat because I had class at noon, and then immediately after I had to get to practice.
Right.
So it definitely took some time to adjust and balance because your junior, senior, your older years, that's when you're taking your major classes. That's when you're taking your like second science classes. My major had me taking both steps of all the science classes. So like, well, not my major, but my route. So I'm going PA route. My major in general, people are taking bio one, anatomy one. That's really it. I was taking 1 and 2, anatomy 1 and 2, chem 1 and 2. So I was
Wow.
taking like the hard classes because literally
Right.
PA school.
Yeah.
So my study time was late at night after practice, after I'm like probably crashing. Like I would be so tired when I come home. I'd go from practice and I'm like putting it all out there, and then I get dinner, I go home and I knock out. But then when you study, right? So most of the time, I would actually wake up at like 10 or 11, study until 2 or 3, go to sleep, and then wake back up at like 7 for class. It was
My
really
goodness.
bad. Yeah,
Whew.
yeah, it was a lot. Like weekends were generally your study times, and I would kind of cram the night before a test up really late. So there were a lot of times where I was up until 2 or 3 a.m. studying because I just didn't have time during the day to do it.
Hmm.
Which is why it's really important that you don't procrastinate in college because you'll get stuck in that where it's like, I didn't have time to really study, or when I did, I was too tired. So now I'm cramming for a test tomorrow, and then I get there and I'm stressed out, and it makes everything worse. Um, so it really taught me to prioritize. But most of the time, I was getting five, 4 or 5 hours of sleep most of the time, and running off of that.
Okay.
But yeah, I was studying late for sure. It's you kind of have to learn how to like find things in general, but it was I mean, I got used to it. I really just kind of was excited for practice every day, and that kind of gave me a daily spike, but yeah, meals were the hardest thing for sure cuz your classes are overtaking everything.
Yeah, for sure. No question. How many classes on average would you take a semester?
I was taking a minimum of 12 credits, 12, 13 credits. I think there was like in the so generally in the fall I would try to take 12, and in the spring is when I would try to take like more than 12 credits so that I could kind of make up for the fall. Thankfully, I came into college with I think like 4 or 6 credits or something like that. So like I didn't have to take some of the English classes and whatnot, so I was kind of ahead the whole
Yeah,
time.
sure.
Um, but I mean, it's hard being an athlete like with a science major because you're having to take your like core science classes in season in order to take your second one to like pass that whole
Right.
class. Like, you're taking
Right.
anatomy 1 in the fall and anatomy 2 in the spring, and whether you like it or not, you're taking it in the fall,
Right.
because you have to. You've got 1 year to take this class.
That's a
Um,
prerequisite. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
they're not offering A and P1 in the fall, or in
Right.
the spring. So, yeah.
I got you. Okay. So I always like to ask this question for student athletes for sure. How was it when you had to travel to games? So you had to ride the bus to games or fly to games, and you
Yeah.
had to let your teachers know that, hey, I'm not going to be here for a certain time frame. I'm on the road, and things are due. Was teachers always very lenient? How hard was it to complete assignments on the road? Because you're trying to focus in on games, but you also still a student at heart.
Yeah, they're pretty good about it because they have to be. They get a list of names, and these are the people that are going to be missing your class on this day, and you can't say no. Um, and so 99% of the time, the teachers were fine. I never had an issue with it. Um,
Okay.
and the teachers are very much like, if you need to come to office hours, do it, which is why I really like Belmont for that. Another reason for Belmont, the classes aren't huge. There's maybe 20, 30 people in your class, which allows you to have that one-on-one relationship with the professor when necessary. Whereas if you're in a massive room with like 100 people, you don't get that. You don't get to ask questions in class. Like, perks of being in a smaller school for that reason. But I think they get a list. I was missing in the fall majority of Fridays. So I would try to take Tuesday, Thursday classes instead of a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm missing less. We do generally take bus trips.
Hmm.
Occasionally it would be a flight if we were going to Iowa, but most of the time it was a bus. And I want to say that a lot of people are going to tell you that on the bus is when you do your work. That's true for some people. That wasn't not true for me. I couldn't. Like on the bus, I could not focus on the bus. Like it's loud. You can't get comfortable. I can't like lock in. If I'm gonna lock in, I need to be in my room, like or in like a tiny room, um, and just like no noise, me, my computer, my iPad, and a book. Like that's how I would have to do it. So on the bus, like I was finishing my little like discussion posts and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
most of the time I wasn't actually doing a ton of work there. Um, a lot of times professors will also allow you like to take or to turn assignments in like a day or so late, or they'll ask you to do it early. It depends on the professor. But bus trips weren't too bad because I didn't make them school related. Like it wasn't like I was miserable on the bus because I knew that that was time for me to work. I couldn't do it. My brain doesn't work that way. But the teachers are really easygoing about like, okay, you're going to be missing. Like, this is what we can do. I'll make sure you're caught up before. You can get notes from a neighbor. Or one of my professors would even like make sure that there was a PowerPoint out for me to
Mm.
attend. Or like one time, this previous semester,
Yeah.
my exercise physiology teacher actually opened up a virtual meeting for me to join in class. So that
Wow. Look at
was
that.
like, he was a G. Most professors will not do that for you. He was
I know.
amazing. He was
No, they
awesome.
won't.
They won't. But most of the time, you're going to office hours, which I would do sometimes. I mean, I don't like it. It's kind of scary. But as long as you get your stuff done
Right.
before, you're fine. I mean, it's not impossible to do.
And that's a great answer, Brooke. It really is. And I talk to, like I said, a lot of student athletes on here, and even students that do media and not athletes. But just in particular, I talk to them about three things I mentioned to them before I get to the next question. I say, one, when you get into college, do not, if you can help it, take 8 a.m. classes. Now, some people love 8 a.m. classes, and God bless their hearts for those that do. But I always encourage people because in freshman year, I don't know if you had this, but my freshman year, I had a counselor that picked all my classes. My very first semester, they just picked all my classes. So, but that was the last semester that they picked it. They did not pick any more classes after that.
Sucks.
Uh, After that, I said, okay, no more classes after that. I'm not doing any more 8 a.m. So that's the first thing I tell everybody. The second thing is I tell them no Friday classes. If you can help it, do not get a Friday class. Now, sometimes you can't help it because of the sections that you do, and depending on your major. But I was fortunate enough to where I didn't have to get any Friday classes. So I was like, no Friday class, no 8 a.m. class. My earliest class was 11 o'clock. When
Woo.
yeah, it was 11. It was 11 o'clock for 2 years. Now, junior year, it was 9:30. 9:30 was my earliest class, but that's the earliest. Like, we're not getting no more earlier than that. Like, because I was a person that I like to go out. As you know,
Yeah.
the title of this podcast is "Work Hard, Play Harder." So I
Right.
love to do that. So that's what I like to do. My last thing that I told people was if you were going to get into college, definitely try to experience everything in college. Meaning that you should go to the events. You should be able to do things with your friends. Do stuff outside of what you normally do, which is my kind of next question that I have for you. You're
Mhm.
always playing volleyball and you love volleyball, and I get that. But what is some hobbies and interests and things that you did that didn't consist of volleyball? Because when you're around your girls and your sisters all the time, sometimes you want to kind of break away a little bit. That's just that's on any team. You just want to get
Right.
away from them a little bit. So talk to me
Absolutely.
about what you like to do outside of that.
So, I mean, it's hard to answer that directly because there wasn't one specific thing that I like to do. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, like on the weekends, we live in Nashville, so we'll go out occasionally. But I mean, if you're not 21, freshman year, I
Oh
have
well,
a law
yeah.
enforcement family, so like a fake ID wasn't really in the cards. So I didn't really get to go
Right.
out freshman year. Like I wasn't doing it. I was like, nope, my dad's gonna kill me. So
Yeah. Especially being a
that's
police
fine.
officer. No, that's not
Uh-huh.
that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen for
And my
sure.
mom's a lawyer, so I'm double double law enforcement.
You're right.
So
You're right.
yeah, I came into college and I wasn't a drinker. I wasn't a partier. I never did it in high school because I was so focused on sports. And so freshman year, that carried over. Like our official visit, the girls, it was in a very private area. They had wine. I was like, guys, we're not 21. Are we allowed to do this? Like I was that person freshman year. It's like, we're not 21. They're like, Brooke, shut up. Like, Shut up. Like, guys, I'm sorry. So that's what freshman year was. Sophomore year, I opened up a little
Hmm.
bit, you know, and there's
Yeah,
loopholes. Um, I would go to like the 18 and up bars, and occasionally I'm like, okay, I'll try it, you know. And so from there, I mean, I get to actually experience Nashville. But the thing about
that's
being in a big
good.
city like that, you've got malls. I'm not a big shopper, so I didn't do that, but a lot of girls did. Um,
Okay.
I'm a big animal person, so I like on my
Yes,
weekends and stuff when I come home, I'm going to like my little animal shop so you can like hold puppies. Um, that was like my thing. I just was so focused on the sport. I really didn't do a ton of hobby stuff. Like the weekends, I'm coming home, I'm watching movies. Maybe I go out on a Saturday or something like that, but it
I
wasn't every
love it.
weekend. It gets old as time goes on, you know. It's like you do it a couple times and it's fun,
Right.
and then it's just kind of like, you know, I'm an adult. I
No, I
don't want
feel
to
that.
do every weekend. So I kind of just, my hobby really was just, you know, maybe I go to a pool, but it's just really getting that family time in because
Yeah,
senior year I was so focused on volleyball, I just didn't. And I was taking these hard classes. So any of my free time,
for
I was
sure.
studying. And I do agree with you totally with that non 8 a.m. class. After freshman year, I didn't make that mistake again. Um, there was like one or two where I had to, but like the
Right.
mornings and stuff, I was taking 10 or 11 o'clock classes, and that actually was a lot of my cram time for my studying, you know. So even my free time was, even then, it was like, it was so minuscule that I was kind of just taking it to relax.
Yeah,
And now summertime, I like to go to the lake when I can with my friends. There's not a ton of opportunity there, but I enjoy it.
for
Um,
sure.
my best friend comes home, so we go to the gym. That's honestly, you know what? That's my answer. If I had one hobby that I really do, it's going to the gym. I work out.
I love it.
But I train
Yeah.
muscle groups. I don't do the athlete full body stuff. I'm like, okay, today's chest and tries, you know, so I'm actually doing like a general normal gym day. So that's kind of what my hobby was. I've been working out for so long and doing it. It just kind of was like a natural hobby that I didn't have to start something new. I never did pickleball. I didn't do swimming. It's like pool, family, gym, that's really it. I never really, I'm not a shopper or anything like that.
I feel that. No, I love it. You know, because like I said, sometimes you just got to break away a little bit from volleyball because you know sometimes it when you do the thing that you do all the time, it kind of consumes you, even though you love it. Like I love covering sports, I love being around sports, I love watching sports, playing sports, but I'm much more than sports. But people just sometimes when they read my stuff, either whether it's online or whether they you know, whatever they see me out in person, they want to debate sports with me. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to have a cold beverage here. I'm just trying to sip my
Yeah.
Jack and Coke, and I'm just trying to watch the
Roll
game.
out
Let's
next
talk
to it.
about music, do something different. But I love of what you just said about working out because I definitely love the gym as well. The gym is great. I love that. And I also love the fact that you're a huge animal lover. I'm a huge dog lover too. Love dogs. Um, I want to ask this about mental health and work and school life balance.
Yeah.
Mental health is very important. I view it very importantly. And as journalists, people have left this industry because of mental health. They've also left this industry because of work life balance, right? Because they just can't seem to get balance. I don't think you'll ever get 100% balance of 50-50. I just don't think so in this industry because balance looks different to everybody. And people can handle a lot of things, like myself. There's some people that can't handle much. And to each his own, you know, no judgment. I want to know for you, though, how do you keep your mental health strong? And still be able to have that school life balance. Because again, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. Certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you at all. And I think your friends and family feel the same way again. But you do play a competitive sport, and volleyball is tough. And that's a lot on your plate with
Yeah.
school and working and all that. So tell me, how do you do all that and not get overwhelmed or, you know, burn out?
Yeah. Well, it's actually interesting. I think I'm kind of an interesting case with that because I fortunately have never really had mental health troubles in my
Hmm.
sport because I was so incredibly passionate about it that it was actually an escape for me. Um, and like that's the other thing, like with the hobby question, even then, like it's hard to answer because my hobby is still volleyball. Like in the summer when I'm still in college, I'm doing grass and sand tournaments because I just love it so much. So
Hmm.
I really viewed it as like an escape for everything. And I actually used my sport to my advantage with that. So like if I had a hard class or something that was really stressing me out, volleyball was the time for me to forget about it. And it was really helpful for me. And so I think you kind of have to prioritize your mindset about the things you love the most. And for some
Right.
people, it's not their sport. For some people, it is like it's being with friends or it's being with family or it's just kind of having like time alone in your room. Mine was volleyball and it still is, which is why I'm like so passionate about it and why I'm still continuing to do it to this day despite every injury that I've ever had that I'm dealing with currently. Like it doesn't matter. Um, but I think if you can find a way to prioritize the things you love the most, it allows you to kind of get that break. So my most stressful thing was definitely my classes because I just wanted to focus on my sport. And I was also really fortunate because I was never, and the people that I see struggling the most with the sport are oftentimes the ones who are not getting the playtime or whatever they may want in their sport. I think
Sure.
that's kind of why it was different for me because I've been starting since I was a freshman. Um, I was never really like consistently benched. You know, I was rotated in all 4 years. If I wasn't starting, I was in majority of the games,
Okay.
and that was nice for me. Now, when I got pulled, it was very hard for me. And that's why I had to kind of build a relationship with my coach to be able to talk to her and get an answer because I would kind of take and run with, oh my God, I'm never going to start again. Like I was glass half empty if I got taken out. Even if like with the previous coaching stuff, I was very worried about getting pulled. Um, and so my mentality was very worried because I was like so incredibly driven to like play constantly that I was more worried about not starting or not like staying in the game if I make a mistake rather than like I need time away from volleyball because it's just too much with everything going on. I was like I need more time with volleyball because
Right.
that's my escape from the things that stress me out the most. And of course, it's very nice for me to be able to go home and stuff like that, which is again why Belmont was such an amazing choice for me. Because in the times where I was like just overwhelmed with the team or my classes or whatever, I can just go home and hang out with my cat and watch a movie and color, like whatever it may be. So I mean, it's different for everybody, and I've seen that because I do mentoring as well. I mentor young athletes who generally will have like mental troubles. I recently had a girl who was viewing volleyball as a chore, um, and she was kind of losing her love for the sport.
Yeah,
And so I have to kind of go back in my head to like more of my high school days. My high school days were my like mental health time, I think,
for
because
sure.
that, and even though it wasn't like detrimental at that point, it was when it was hardest for me because I had a coach that was very difficult for me.
Hmm.
Um, she pulled me on my senior night, just I want to say out of spite, and that was definitely like the hardest part. So when I mentor young athletes, I try to give them things that helped me back in high school because in college and recently I just haven't had mental health issues at all because I'm just so incredibly passionate about the sport and being D1, the sport is your life. So I mean that's why I think I made the right decision going this way. So I mean it just prioritize the things that you love the most, whether it be your sport or your home or your hobbies. That's the best way to stay stable.
Yeah, great answer, Brooke. It really is. It's a question worth asking, right? Because a lot of players, like you just said, treat it differently, deal with it differently. You kind of use volleyball as a coping mechanism for you to get an escape from some of the hard classes. And yeah, as you do go up in years, the classes do get harder. No question about that. But I love that what you said about mentoring younger as well, younger athletes. That's high school and taking it back to your high school days, being relatable, right? It kind of segues into this next question, which is advice, which I'm sure that you've had many people ask, but I'm going to ask you as well. What kind of advice would you give an individual that's coming into a D1 type situation that's playing a collegiate sport? What kind of advice would you give that individual on how to be able to conduct themselves, be themselves in college?
Yeah. I think going into the D1 level, it's a very challenging thing. And so the number one advice that I would give to someone just generally without knowing their background would be to go in, be yourself, and be confident, know that you're meant to be there. A lot of people go in and they kind of question if this is the route they're supposed to be in because things aren't the same in college as they are in high school. In high school, everyone and everybody answers the question the same way, but it's so true. In high school, you're the best on your team most of the time. Most of the time, if you're going to a D1 level, you're probably the hardest hitter or the best passer or the most consistent player. And then you get to college and you're playing around girls who also have that title. So the
Right.
adversity is just like times 10 because you're playing around
Mhm.
people that are as good as, if not better than you. Um, so I think what helped me that I think should help everyone else is to like totally be yourself. Don't change a single thing. And then go in and know that you're meant to be there because you were selected to be a part of the team. You were pulled to be a part of it, and you have a support system, whether you like it or not, of your team and your coaches. Even if it doesn't always feel that way and it's easy to feel alone, if you can fall back on your teammates, that is the most like consistent way I think to kind of stay comfortable. It's very hard moving away from home, so creating a home away from home is really important.
For
Um,
sure.
and then again, it's competitive, so like it's a game, so play the game, right? You're trying to beat the people to the left and right of you, but then you're gonna go get dinner afterwards, right? So it's really all about how you think about it. If you go in like I'm so nervous, I'm never going to get to play, these girls are so much better than me, you're immediately like self-sabotaging. Go in, be yourself, play your game, talk to your teammates, make relationships, um, and be yourself. I think that's number one thing.
Now, is this something, because mind you, and again, terrific answer, like you have been given all conversation long, but mind you, you told me something earlier on in this conversation saying that, you're somebody who doesn't, I don't want to say the word shy, but someone who wasn't really like forthcoming and getting to know people and talking about it. And you and I have been talking for the past 45 minutes, and I feel like I'm talking to a homegirl of mine, somebody who I can just rock with and be with all the
Yeah.
time. Now, did this just develop over time, or because I'm kind of bewildered? Like, you don't seem like you're very shy and like a person that
I
doesn't
know.
talk to people.
No, I'm not shy. I mean, I don't go out of my way. I have to have a way to open a conversation. I'm
Okay.
not generally one, like I can have a conversation with anyone, but the
Yeah.
relationship lasting is kind of the thing that teeters. Like throughout all 4 years of college, I have one friend that I still talk to. Outside of my teammates, of course. I talk to my teammates, but like from my classes, I made one friend. And that's because I just kind of like go in, take care of business, and leave, you know? So if somebody approaches me and wants to talk, like, yeah. And then every time we talk, like, it's like we've known each other forever. But I, I'm an extrovert in the way that, like, I need an opening to a conversation or I need someone to approach me. And then we're fine, you know? But like in my class, I'm not talking to people left and right. Like I'm talking to my lab partner or I'm talking to my one friend, and that's kind of it. And that's what helped me with college too. Like I'm not a huge group kind of person. I kind of need like one or two people, and that's like my rock. And everyone else, I'm like cool with. We can do whatever, you know. But like my one friend is like, let's go to dinner. Let's go do this. You want to come at my house? Like that kind of thing. And that's how it is with my best friend. So that's like how my thing was. It's like I had my best friends, and then I had like the rest of my team. It's like I've got the one or the two on the team that were like this. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I just, like I can talk to anyone. I just kind of need a reason to start.
Okay. No, I'm with that. I totally rock with that. There's no question. Had I been on campus, I definitely would have approached you. I don't know how long we would have been talking, but I would have approached you and said hello, something.
Yeah,
There's something for
for
sure.
sure.
For sure. No question about it. We've came to the portion of the podcast now that we are going to play my interactive game called This or That. It
Okay.
is a game that I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's very simple. I'm going
Okay.
to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Brooke, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather go in, sit down, and eat at?
Okay.
Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Is that because you like the cinnamon rolls?
I like the loaded sweet potatoes. Mm.
Mm,
They have
those are
like my
good.
perfect meal. They've got the steak, the medium steak, 6-ounce steak, loaded sweet potatoes, either mashed potatoes, mushrooms, or asparagus or broccoli is like my third side. Depends on my mood. But like
Okay,
ride or die.
I feel you on that, and that's a pretty damn good meal. I like that. Okay, we're off to a good start. When it comes to chicken wings,
Hmm.
which flavor would you rather have on the wing? Would you rather put barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue, because I don't know much about lemon pepper.
Mm-mm-mm. That's a doggone shame, bro. That's okay. That's all
Don't eat
right.
meat that much. Fried food scares me.
I feel it. I feel it. Okay. Would you rather have a dry wing or a wet wing?
Ooh, dry with dipping sauce. So wet, but like plain with a sauce. I don't like being messy. I don't like it going over my hands. I need to be able to like pull it apart with a fork and dip it.
Okay, so let me ask you, what are you dipping it in?
Mild sauce from Toots.
Okay, all right. I feel you on that. I like that. All
I don't
right,
like spicy.
now, you and me both. You and me both. Now, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Okay, so I mean, you somewhat, somewhat messy, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that. All right. These next four questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend or go to. Okay, so if I ask you, I say, Brooke, what kind of music do you listen to? Would you say all, or would you give me a specific genre?
Specific.
What's the genre that you would give me?
Hip hop and R&B. I don't like
Okay.
pop, and I'm not really a big country person either.
Okay. Well, listen, that's my vibe. So I rock with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna test that theory. So here we go. Out of this first group of music concerts that I'm going to mention, which artist would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Rihanna or Beyonce?
Hmm. Probably probably Rihanna, honestly.
Okay, Riri. I ain't mad at either one, but yeah, I'll rock with you on Riri. All right, let's do it. Now, out of these two music artists, which music concert would you rather go see? Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot. That's my girl. Okay, I'm rocking with you on that. Yep, I would say that too. Here we go. Out of this music concert, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Lil Wayne or J. Cole?
Lil Wayne.
Okay, gotta go see Weezy. I'm with you on that. All right, last one of the music. Out of this music concert, which one would you rather go see? The Weeknd or Don Toliver?
Oh. Oh.
That
Oh
one's hard. I know it. I know it.
man. Maybe those are the two that I would want to see if nobody else. Probably The Weekend cuz I can sing along to more of them.
Okay. So now, hold on. How long have you been following the weekend? Have you been following him ever since like High for This and Wicked Games and
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, all right. I gotta see. I gotta see if you a true weekend fan. Like
Yeah. It's been a while.
Okay, all right. I'm with you on that. Let's go back to sports.
Mhm.
Out of these two sports, which sports would you rather watch on TV? Basketball or baseball?
Baseball.
Okay. Out of these two sports, which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Oh, badminton.
Are you, that look tells me that you are not a very good bowler.
I'm not a very good bowler.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not. I have to use like the 9 pound ball. It'd
Oh
probably break my
wow.
shoulder off. Yeah.
I understand. Well, badminton, at least you got a chance, right? At
Yeah,
least you got
badminton.
a chance at it.
I used to
You
play in
could,
PE. I was pretty good.
oh, okay. I like that. That's pretty cool. Do you like dessert?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these to get rid of. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
The first one is gonna be candy. The next one is gonna be cookies. The third category is gonna be ice cream. The last category is grouped together, so it's pies slash cakes. Which one are you getting rid of? Which category?
Probably candy.
Okay, all right. I would get rid of the same one, definitely. But I gotta ask you, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh. It depends on if I'm feeling fruity or sweet. Anything involving chocolate, I like, but I don't like nuts. So like peanuts, pecans, like nothing with that. So
I'm with you on that.
I could do like a cookies and cream or like uh,
Okay.
something with marshmallow in it. I like marshmallows and I like brownies, so like I really like a s'mores ice cream, you know? I love chocolate ice cream, chocolate things. So just nothing
Okay.
with nuts in it. I don't like those.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. And you named my favorite flavor, which was cookies and cream for
Yeah,
sure. So that's my favorite. All right. Do you like potato chips?
I do.
Okay, same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You got to get rid of one of these brands. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go. The first brand is Doritos.
Okay.
The second brand is Lay's. The third brand is Pringles. The last brand is Ruffles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Ooh, maybe. Ooh, I don't know. Probably, honestly, probably Doritos.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Now, if we were to walk into a grocery store together, Brooke, and I said, go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip to eat, you would tell me, or you would buy what?
Probably salt and vinegar.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Oh, Lord.
Salt and vinegar or cheddar and sour cream.
Okay, well, you definitely recovered yourself by saying cheddar and sour
The
cream.
two.
Yes, I mean, listen, you got a lot going on for you, Brooke. A lot going on, as I say. You can't have it all though. So you just pretty much said you're not perfect by saying salt and vinegar chips. Pretty
I love
much.
salt and vinegar. I haven't had them in forever.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this before I get to the next question. So
Hmm.
salt and vinegar chips is probably the second worst chip ever made. Probably.
Really? You haven't
Probably
had
the
the right
second.
brand.
Yeah, they're definitely the second worst. They're not the first, but they're the second for
You have
sure.
to get the blue bag. I'm pretty sure it's the
They,
latest one.
they can make it blue, purple, green, red, yellow. I don't give a damn what color they make the bag. If it's salt and vinegar chips,
I
it's
didn't like them when I
awful.
was younger, but I do now. And because you
I
can't eat a
understand.
lot of them, so it's not like 8,000 calories, because you can just down an entire bag of cheddar and sour cream.
You
Like
can.
salt and vinegar, you're eating like 12, and you're like,
Yeah,
ew.
you're right. I can only eat three. Now, mind you,
Yeah,
this
see?
this is this is me being generous because now I'm leaving those chips on the shelf for you. So that
Yeah,
means you
see?
can just grab
Perfect.
them. Yeah, I'm saving them for you. So it's awesome. So that's the way I look at it. But
It's funny.
yeah, I had to throw my rant up in there real quick for sure. You did pretty good on this or that. You were very decisive, so I like that. I want to ask you this next question called bucket list. And the
Okay.
reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to speak it into fruition. I want you to give me a top four list of things you would like to do in your post grad career that you obviously haven't done yet.
I want to go skydiving.
Okay.
I want to go skydiving.
You'll love it. You'll love it. Great experience.
Excited. You said four, right?
I did. Yeah.
Skydiving, I want to go to the Caribbean again, which I kept thinking, and I think Coco Cay is actually in the Caribbean. Or no, it's in the Bahamas. I don't think it's in the Caribbean islands, but I was thinking about that, and I was like, I need to correct myself. But I want to go somewhere like tropical like that again. I want to go on another cruise, like a post-grad cruise, which I'm doing in January. Um,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I,
Are you doing it with family or friends?
both. It's mainly family.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
family
Awesome.
and my best friend and boyfriends and like all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited.
Okay.
So yeah. So cruise, which I already have planned. I want to go skydiving. Um, hmm. I want to win another grass tournament. I've won one before, but now that I'm doing it more consistently, I want to win another one. And
Grass
I
tournament.
want
Okay.
to get accepted into my grad school program.
Which is where?
MTSU PA.
Oh, okay. Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
got
can live at
you.
home and work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I like that. Now, what is some advice? We talked about advice you would give someone coming into play, but what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't think I've had a ton of advice. I kind of just do my own thing. I'm trying to think. Probably
I
something
mean,
that I've heard
from
from my dad. My dad is the
coaches,
most like,
parents, yeah, yeah.
yeah, probably it's definitely my dad. He's my most like advice type of person. Um, I mean, I can't think of anything that's like directed my entire life, but the one that like the quote that I think of is the one about like making the same mistake twice and learning from other people. Something along those lines. I don't know, I'm not a very like advice quote type of person. I'm more like fun facts and stuff like that.
Okay, give me a couple. Give me a couple of fun facts that
Oh God.
maybe somebody has told you that kind of stayed with you and you kind of revert back to in times of need.
A fun fact.
Yeah, sure.
Leeches have 32 brains.
Wow.
I don't know. It's like that kind of stuff. It's like just the little fun facts like that. I like those stick with me. I really like learning about like bees. I like learning about bees. I give people fun
Bees,
facts about bees all the time. Yeah.
as in like honeybees.
Yeah, watch the National Geographic Secrets of the Bees documentary, and your mind will be blown.
It's blown right now.
No,
Hell, I don't need to watch it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's blown.
they're so cool. They're so cool.
Wow.
There's
Okay.
one that like finds a snail shell and then puts an egg in it and then flips it over so the hole's on the ground so the ants can't get into it, and then they take sticks and they fly around like a broomstick and cover the entire area so you can't find it. It's crazy. Like what? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at your ass like, what in the hell is she talking
I
about?
know.
What
I know. I don't
did
know.
you
Like I
just?
don't
Did you
know.
actually? Hold on. I want to know. Were you just sitting down scrolling through your TV and that just popped up on your TV, or did you
Yeah.
actually like know what time that was coming on and you decided to watch that?
Netflix. It's on Netflix, and I was like, Secrets of the Bees. Huh.
Okay.
Play. Nana, you have to watch this because she just moved into a new house. My grandma did. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, you want to watch something? It's gonna be that. So I don't have any
Okay.
like specific advice that I can think of quote by quote. My dad's definitely told me something before because I more so just kind of hold on to like silly things that don't make sense. Advice kind of like it has to be in the moment, but I kind of just free ball it and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, Belmont has came out with their schedule for the volleyball 2026 season. Are you going to support some of those ladies that you had as former teammates now?
Of course, yes. Probably more from my computer or from the TV because watching it in person would break my heart because that should be me playing right now. Um,
Hmm.
which is why sports just but yeah, I'll definitely be watching some of their like I hope they make it to the championship this or the tournament this year so I can watch that. You and I always takes this. They're really good.
Well, aren't they playing against the school that you're trying to get into, Middle Tennessee State as well? Maybe that might be a game you might want to pop up to.
We win every
Oh, oh,
year.
okay.
Just saying.
It could be. Hey, listen, this year could be a little different though,
It
Brooke. It
could
could
be.
be.
It could
It
be.
could
All
be.
the girls that I know are gone now, so I don't know who their new ones are. But I know that Belmont has taken them a couple times, and that felt nice.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. What was actually to continue on that? What was a couple of your favorite matches that you had that you remember playing that you can remember playing that come to mind?
Vanderbilt outdoor match. That was a fun one. That was a very
Wow.
memorable one. Yeah, it was their very first one in like so many years. I think it was like 40 or something like that. When they had created their new team. So for their like very first home opener in like 40 years or whatever it was,
Mhm.
um, we played outside. And I don't know if any people saw that game like that would be watching this or you, but I actually jumped off the stage into the stands to chase a ball and landed on the bleachers into a crowd of Vanderbilt students. Um, and that's the only TikTok I have posted. So um, that was a memorable one because it's like you don't get to do that ever. Like an outdoor match, are we serious? And there were so many people there. So many. Because it was Vanderbilt's first game. So they had a massive student section. I mean, I was serving and they were yelling at me. It was awesome. Um, but I really liked that one. I always really enjoy playing Murray State. I really like playing them. This year, I enjoyed playing Evansville a lot
Okay.
because their new coach was like kind of recruiting me at Tennessee Tech, and I had a genuine interest in the school at the time, and he kind of ghosted me for no reason. Um, and he was like, "Oh, it's so cute that you're so passionate. Like, we're gonna put an offer together, and we're gonna let you know." And so I kept sending him film, and he just kind of stopped responding after saying that he was going
Wow.
to offer me. And so I talked to my teammates about it. I was like, guys, like Tennessee Tech totally screwed me. And one of my teammates was also being recruited by them, and she was like, oh my God, he did that to me too. So we played them. He's the coach there now, and I was like, we have
Right.
to. So I was like salty that whole game, and we won. And that was a fun one because I like every time I got a kill, I was looking at their coach like, could have been you, you know. So I wasn't actually going to go to Tennessee Tech because I hated the campus, but yeah, that was one this year, and I was like, and I want to say Drake because that was the very last game that I played, but I have a bad taste in my mouth from that game because we lost, and it was like my career-ending game. It's something that I remember because I was putting it all out there, but I just remember like so clearly at the very end, everyone was just so dead, and I was still pushing as hard as I could, and it's just like we only needed one more set, and we were so close, and then they took us, and that I hate that game so much. So I'm definitely going to be watching the Drake game this year to hope that we win because that they ended my college career, and they shouldn't have. We totally should have taken that game, and I was like, I've never been so exhausted in my life ever,
Wow.
mentally, physically, like whole 9 yards, because it was like it was emotionally tolling, it was physically tolling, it was mentally tolling. Like this could be the very end of my career, and I'm doing everything I can. Like I can barely feel my legs at this point because I'm jumping. I think I took over 60 swings that game.
Wow.
It was a long game, yeah. So that's one that I remember, but not necessarily for a positive reason. So Vandy was my favorite.
But Vandy was your favorite. Okay. Okay. I like that. I appreciate you giving me both perspectives. Now, do you like outdoors or indoors? Because you talked about doing sand and
Yeah,
grass type tournaments. And do you like outdoors or indoors volleyball more?
indoor. Indoor,
Gotcha.
it's my roots. Outdoors fun, but the sand kind of like, ugh, it's just everywhere. And when you're sweaty, it like sticks to you, and I don't like the feeling of it, so I'm like trying to rub it, and I'm spraying myself with a hose, and it just sticks to you. Um,
Hmm.
so you can get a nice tan, but like, ugh, so uncomfortable. And grass is fun, but I can't dive in the grass because I have an allergy to it, to where it like makes my stomach and stuff like burn. So I have to just try to score as much as I can.
Wow.
So I
Okay. I
definitely
think you.
enjoy indoor.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of that before. That is
Oh
the
yeah,
first
it's so
here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. An
fun.
allergy to grass that
Yeah,
makes
and
your
I
stomach
love
burn.
grass anyways. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, say less. We are coming up to the end of the podcast, and what we're going to do now is some rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, so rapid fire is basically the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, you shout it out with glee. All right, so here we
Okay.
go. Pancakes or waffles,
Pancakes.
juice or soda,
Soda.
chicken or ribs,
Chicken.
favorite color,
Blue.
favorite board game,
Trouble.
favorite card game.
Ooh. Uno.
I'm a monster when I get draw fours, girl. I'm telling you.
I love
Okay.
it.
Favorite alcoholic drink.
Ooh. Carbless.
What is that?
Low sugar, low carb, flat can drink.
Wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
you're
I'm
not
gonna
like
have to look.
hungover, but it gets to you, and it's not a ton of calories.
Okay. Is that kind of like what is it? Bacardi? Is it vodka? Is it fruity? Like what's that?
It's fruity, but I think it's vodka, but it's fruity. Yeah.
Got
If
you.
I had to
Say
pick like
less.
an actual drink, it's like definitely something fruity with pineapple in it. And
Mm,
like or like a margarita, but like a drink that I'm gonna grab every time is a carbless.
okay. Favorite TV show or Netflix TV series?
Oh my God, the worst blank ever. Worst neighbor, worst ex, worst roommate. Super good.
I'll
I
have
love
to
the
check that
throne.
out for sure. For sure. I like that. Okay. Favorite sandwich?
Oh my gosh. The club on a sub from Firehouse. No tomato, no onion on wheat bread.
I don't think I've had firehouse subs before. I don't think I've ever had that. Yeah. I have to try that. And I'll let you know how it is for sure, no doubt. If you had a choice to
Mhm.
choose three people to join you on vacation, so a total of four, where would you go and who would you choose? Now, before you choose, Brooke, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities, or a combination of all three.
Ooh, my mom,
Okay.
Denzel Washington,
Okay.
and Jason Statham.
Okay. Now, where would you four go?
Definitely somewhere. Ooh, yeah, somewhere beachy.
Somewhere beachy. So like an island.
So like an island. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I
I
like that.
love
That's pretty.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're going to beachy island, I need to pick like The Rock or something. I don't know. I really want to meet Denzel Washington.
You and me both, because he's dope. He's a dope actor. No
He's
question about that.
yeah, he's
But
awesome.
but why Jason Statham? Why him?
Because I think his accent is awesome. He's a good actor and he's smart. And I think he's funny. He's so like blunt and funny. I don't know. I just for some reason he came to my head.
Yeah.
I really like action
No,
movies. I
I
love his
like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. Now, if you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, what three artists or three songs would you choose?
The Weekend, artist wise.
Got you.
I want to say, I want to say Don Toliver, but after so long, but I'll say him anyways because I
Mm-hmm.
have a mixture, you know. Um,
Right.
and maybe like definitely not Drake. I'm not a huge Drake lover. I don't know. I don't know who my third one would be. Travis Scott or Kanye. Both of them. Travis Scott.
I like your music taste, girl. I can definitely vibe with you. I like your music taste. You got it going on. Okay, here we go. Um, what sport would Brooke play outside of volleyball would you dominate in?
Softball.
Okay.
I think so.
Now, I'm going to ask the opposite. What sport would you play? Would you be absolutely trash, terrible in? First sport comes to mind. Really?
Horrible at basketball. Tried it, hated it, wasn't good at it. So bad. I'm so bad at
Wow.
basketball. I mean, I would
Okay.
play football 17 times before I play basketball against NFL players.
Wow. Well, that tells me something right there. I got you. What is your dream job with the degree that you got?
Probably a, I want to say dream job. Maybe it would be like an astronaut or something like that, just because I think it's fascinating because I want to go to
Okay.
space. But realistically, I want to be PA. I want to say, as of now, I want to be in surgery though. I want to be in the OR. I've looked at PT. I didn't like it. I'm not. I thought I liked ortho. Eh. So maybe something to do with like surgery slash ER and like a PA so that the doctor can do the hard stuff and I don't have any like lives in my hands in times of like need, but I can like help out, you know?
Right. You could be in the room, but you just not
Yeah.
be on, the the
In the
the
room and
co-
I'm
main
helping, but if
person.
they don't make it, I'm not blamed, you know?
Right, right, right. I feel that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. Um, I want to ask this question. If you had a choice to do one of these three, which one would you do in the career of sports? Would you be a sports reporter? Would you be a sports coach? Or would you be a professional athlete?
Professional athlete, 100%.
Okay. If someone told you and said, "Hey, listen, Brooke, I think that you're amazing. We would love for you to play in the professional volleyball league, the VOLB, I believe it's called. Or listen, Brooke, I think you're amazing. I think you would be a great exercise science person for us for a particular sports team. Like, which one would you go with?
Huh. Probably the professional volleyball route. And I
Okay.
actually almost did it. I almost went to England to play, but I didn't want to move far away. And I wanted to prioritize grad school, but I just don't want to work with a sports team in general. But I also can't do professional because I'm like hurt now. So
Whoa,
if
why?
I
What
could,
happened?
my shoulder, it's really bad.
Okay.
I think I have a slap tear, but I don't want to get it fixed because I want to be able to play. But ideally, I would have been a professional athlete if I didn't have to worry about grad school.
I understand.
You
I
know?
get that. I get that. Last of the rapid fire.
Hmm.
Three words to describe Brooke.
Energetic,
Yes, for sure.
probably funny if you were to ask my friends,
Yeah,
and
I see that.
I can't say that.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I can't say
I
that.
was like, man, I kind of think I know
Impulsive,
where you was going. I kind of think I know where
impulsive.
you was going.
Yeah, you probably do.
I
Impulsive,
did.
is my third one.
Impulsive. I got you. I love it. I love it. Listen, this has been absolutely a dope conversation with you, Brooke. Learn about your why from coming from Siegel High School all the way down there in Tennessee, graduating, then going to Belmont, university, playing all 4 years, volleyball, doing your thing, but then also now being on this side as a graduate and about to start grad school at MTSU. And then just learn about your journey of playing sports, of softball and volleyball and things that you go through. I think you gave great advice, but also learn about you, things that you like to do and things that you would do, as opposed to asking these questions. I want to say thank you again for coming on my podcast. And my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, volleyball, or anything at all before we conclude?
I don't think so. I think the other thing that I would say to everyone is to take care of your body. That's a big one. Make sure you're warming up. Make sure you're prioritizing sleep and nutrition. I didn't do it and it backfired, kind of. But I think that's something that's important that people remember because it's really easy to get caught up in the schedule and the chaoticness of everything.
Sure.
So make sure you're prioritizing your health. Um, it's very competitive and it will come back to bite you. So, yeah.
I want you to please, please get healthy as you possibly can. I know you love the volleyball sport, Brooke. I know you love playing it. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your face and your mannerisms, all of the above. But you're not going to be your best self unless you're 100% healthy. So I hope that you get healthy. I hope that you do because I would love to see you out there on my TV one day doing something. And I cannot wait. Hopefully you stay in Tennessee because I cannot wait to come see you in person as well because you're pretty dope. I just want you to have a great week, a great rest of your Monday. You and I would definitely be in touch. And thank you for coming on to the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No doubt.
Bye.